Love and greetings to you. I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. This topic is marriage on the edge. Therapy or separation, making the right choice. So I hate to say it because I love therapists. They're really good people who want to help other people. And it's a hard road to get to the point of where they're licensed and they're working with people and all that. But really, to be perfectly honest with you, I have to change the nature of this topic because when it comes to marriage, and it's become a hidden secret, marriage counseling doesn't work. Well, I take that back. There are some cases, and it might be true for you, if both of you are really interested in healing your marriage, and I don't mean one of you is kind of reluctant, but you're willing. I mean, if you're both like, we really want this marriage to work, then contact a Gottman marriage counselor. They're perfectly trained. They basically use the same principles and spiritual laws that I use. It's based on your being happy in your marriage. They don't go into asking, well, how did that make you feel? What did you do wrong there? What did he do wrong? It's not like that because that's not how you heal a marriage. And when it comes to separation, I know it's like a commonly, before I go any further, please definitely subscribe, and share the video. Definitely subscribe. We're getting close to 100,000. Thanks. So I know it's commonly held belief that, separation somehow helps in you'll just come back together, but it's not true. Generally speaking, the truth is that if you do a trial separation, you're going to split. Now, I'm going to make a very strong case for not going there at all. Don't even imagine that you're going to throw your marriage on the trash heap, okay? I used to be a divorce mediator. This is not a confession. It's what I used to be until 2001. And then a couple came to me from my marriage counselor friends, and they said, as we started going through the process, they both started to cry. And they said, we don't want a divorce. Help us save our marriage, please. And okay, let me look into marriage. And when I did, I discovered that I knew nothing about marriage, that nobody knows anything about marriage. And I worked on this for 8 years, developing a process, a system, techniques, and all of these things to save marriages that literally don't exist anywhere else. Now, some people have borrowed my techniques and things, and that's fine because this is a nonprofit. My thing is to serve other people. But the point is, unless one of you is a mobster or a killer or a child predator or something, you can heal your marriage. The reason why your marriage isn't working, and I'm going to give you a little bonus, okay? I'm going to explain the 3 killers of marriage. There's actually 4. I'm going to give you all 4 killers of marriage, okay? You'll have something that 99% of the world doesn't know. And when I tell you, you're going to go, obvious. Okay, number 1 killer. That was absolutely true in every single marriage that I divorced, and every single marriage that is going to court or through a mediator to get a divorce. Number 1 killer is overfamiliarity. Simply put, you take each other for granted. That love that inspired you when you were first together, you forgot it long ago. It's still there, but it got put aside because of how the mind works, okay? I'll leave it at that. Number 2, and this is why that first couple wanted to hire me to save their marriage. And by the way, I never charged them, but they're probably still together. Who knows? It's a long time, but they're probably still together because the stuff I ended up teaching them is mathematical. The number 2 killer is not having good marital communication skills. You see, this is something no one thinks about, but marriage is unlike any other venue that exists. There's no other venue like this. Why? Because your husband or your wife, depending on who you are, is the only human being you have ever completely voluntarily chosen to love, to give your love to them. The rest of our loves are compelled in some fashion. Like our children, you can't help but love your children. It's biological. Your parents, you're totally dependent on them. Your siblings, oh, I got to see them again. But when you chose to be with your soulmate, it's because your heart opened up and you chose. So there's no other venue like this. And it's a magical, supreme relationship. And one must communicate according to the venue. You know, you don't walk into a church and start farting as you're walking down to get to your seat. You know, you're very careful. It's a church. You don't go into a government office and, act like a clown because you're not going to get what you wanted. The venue dictates how we behave, but no one teaches us this. Marital communication has to be learned. We don't know it. Number 3, it's called avoiding, or the killer is actually the business mentality overlaid on our marriage, which means, hey, I'm doing this. How come you're not doing that? That's a transactional relationship. That's not what marriage is all about, which brings me to number 4. Number 4, and this is a silent, hidden killer, and it's deep. And this killer is called expectations. Now, on the surface, it's pretty understandable. If you impose your expectations on another person, it's going to create resentment and resistance. It's natural. It's a law. It's a law of the jungle, you might say, which applies because we have human nature. But it goes much deeper than that. You see, we got married to be happy, and we want love because love makes us happy. And the expectation that we all have, erroneously, is that our partner is going to make us happy, that our partner is going to give us love. And why does that not work? It doesn't work because love doesn't work that way. Now, the easiest way to define this for you, or to illustrate it, I should say, is that when you've seen your kids sleeping and you look at their beautiful little faces and your heart just opens up. Or you look at your husband long ago or your wife long ago when you had no problems and they were sleeping and your heart just opened up. They weren't loving you at that moment. In fact, we never know if we're actually being loved by someone else except from their behavior, and that's not so reliable. But you see, this is the big secret of marriage. This is the big secret of life. We experience love only by giving it. Why? And you agree with that, right? After I've illustrated it, and that resonates, and you get it. Why? We can't produce love. God is the manufacturer of love. We receive God's love. It's the only love there is. And when we give it, think of it as liquid love flowing through you And when you give it, you're creating a river within yourself. It starts out as a streamlet, but it expands into a river until it becomes the ocean of love. Oh, and that's where marriage is at. I'm not going to say any more. I've given you enough of a taste. Go to the website, get the course for women or the course for men, doesn't matter. Get your marriage perfected. You can do it. You may not be perfect, your spouse may not be perfect, but your marriage can be. I'm Paul Friedman, founder of the Marriage Foundation. Thank you for stopping by. God bless you and take care.